Hello there, Taurus. How are you guys doing today? Welcome to your general reading. Thank you so much for being here. Now, these are timeless readings, so please trust that the universe has brought you here because there is something in today's card spread that is meant just for you, something that's going to give you a chance to really self-reflect and figure out whatever it is that's going on in your current situation, whatever is going to give you that clarity, that support. Give you a little mental break too. Sometimes when we're kind of in our own heads and we're really spinning, sometimes we just need a little bit of guidance. Trust that you are here just for that, and this card spread is going to provide you with a little bit of a break. I love it. That's always the goal of this channel, is to give you that mental and spiritual break and give you a little clarity. All right, speaking of break, look at that. You've got rest, recovery with the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords, again, is the time for you to rest, recover, reset. You may be taking on a lot, and of course, Taurus, you are a workaholic sometimes, and you like to really just give a lot of yourself into whatever it is, whatever goal you've got, and you may be very focused and kind of overwhelmed, and so this gives you a chance to really step back, reflect, connect with the divine, connect with your higher self, and then allow yourself to, move forward after that, and kind of give you that clarity. I like that. Definitely give yourself that time to rest and recover. Now, manifestation here with the Magician card, you have the ability within you to truly create the path of your dreams, the outcome of your dreams, whatever you desire. It all starts with thought. But in order for us to be able to manifest, to bring towards our lives whatever it is that we desire, we must first make sure that we've cared for ourselves, both mentally, physically, spiritually, right? We've connected with our higher selves. And how you're probably asking me, well, how do you do that, right? How do you connect with your higher self? Some people, taking that time to sit by yourself, be in nature, sit at a park, walk through a park, that sort of thing. Just be in nature. No noise, no external noise, right? Letting go of the things that stress you out. And journaling is another good way for you to really reset yourself, to give you that time, whatever it is that brings you back down to earth, really. Once you're clear, you're able to truly manifest the life, the desires that you have, whatever that path is, whatever your desires are. It becomes much easier for you to attain, definitely. All right, so here you're feeling a sense of loss, as though you've been pushed out. You may have lost financially, you may have been pushed out of, say, your job or friendship, home, whatever it is, but definitely this is a card that's given you this sense of insecurity, right? And with insecurity, that this brings about depression, anxiety, that sort of thing. So remember that this has to do with, and I'm not invalidating, because there are some times where we are pushed out and we are left without, and so now the anxiety, depression, all of the mental health stuff will ensue. Now, that's definitely true, for a lot of people, but sometimes controlling how we see things, seeing things from a different perspective, right? Finding the good and the blessings that we continue to have in our lives. Sometimes that's enough to really lift our mood. Here, you're also reminded to, that this is, those self-limiting beliefs that we have, because there's a part of you that may feel as though you don't deserve the other 5 pentacles to make the 10 of pentacles, to give you that stability and security, right? So sometimes we shortchange ourselves. And so that's when we start to have to work inwards and really work on these self-limiting beliefs. Ask yourself, why is it that you feel as though you don't deserve the other 5 of pentacles? What has happened in your life? What do you need to really confront, right? So sometimes, journaling, taking time out for yourself, connecting with your higher self, sometimes those can bring about those answers and hopefully, help with that anxiety. You are in a very powerful position here, powerful position of creation, of manifestation here, and that no matter what you do, you have the power here. It's in your hands. You have the power, that you own that power to really manifest and create what you desire, and that no matter what you do, if you choose abundance, that is what will happen for you, right? If you choose to see light instead of dark, then all of a sudden everything you start to notice, your brain starts to notice all of the positive things in your life. But if you put on a negative lens, then it's much easier for you to nitpick and see all of the negative things, right? I hope that makes sense. Here's another shadow behavior right here. It's this sense of feeling trapped. This sense of feeling trapped can certainly bring about a whole lot of anxiety and depression and grief, right? Because you feel as though you can't do something that you really truly want. Your heart desires one thing, but there's a part of you that's very disconnected. Your heart and your mind are disconnected, and you feel as though you're trapped. Know that these are self-imposed. The prison that you've put yourself in, these are all self-limiting, self-imposed pain that you've put yourself through. Yeah, we've got to work through that, definitely. Yeah, your willpower, determination, and desire, your perseverance, will see you to victory. If you put things into motion, so that if your true desire is for you to release yourself from this anxiety, this sense of being imprisoned, this sense of lack, this worry, if you want to release yourself from that, you have to take action. And how do you do that? Well, again, it's little steps. It's not so much, and it depends on, everybody's different, right? Our situation, our journey, our timelines, we're all on different paths, but it's the little things that you do every day that will add up to big things in the future. And so some people, if you're working towards, feeling as though you're trapped and you can't improve your health, you can't lose weight, for example, it's the little things. Maybe taking a short walk, maybe telling yourself you can only do so many steps a day, 1,000, I don't know, whatever it is. You set a little mini goal, and those mini goals will end up being big goals that you've overcome or you've triumphed over. Yeah, so definitely put things into action so that you release yourself from these negative self-limiting beliefs. Yeah, learning the lesson and letting go of the pain and despair from the past. How are you going to do that? If you're suffering from heartbreak, for example, you've got to start turning more inward and really recovering and taking care of yourself, however that may be. A little bit of self-love, right? If you feel as though that things are getting really tough, a little bit of self-love and focusing inward, focusing on yourself, all of your qualities, and surrounding yourself with people who support you and love you, that makes a world of difference sometimes. Knight of Pentacles, begin to plant the seeds. I think that you're ready to begin to plant the seeds towards something more abundant. I think you've got the plans, right? Now you just got to take action, right? Because here you may have lost something, right? And it's caused you this sense of despair, of being trapped. Know that you have all the plans and you just need to put them into action, and you have all the tools within you to make this happen. Tower moment. Right? So whatever it is that has shaken up your world, whatever it is that's come to an end, understand that it's not about the loss that you should focus on. It's about the new beginnings that are unfolding before you. Again, it's that perspective, right? It's connecting with the divine. It's about you finding a new way of seeing things, Taurus. So remember that tower moments happen not just to you, it happens for you, right? It's so it clears things out so you can see things differently. Yeah, it's time to walk away. Whatever it is, once you connect with your higher self and connect with your intuition, you will then recognize those things that you need to leave behind, because you know that there is something new around the corner. There's something new that you are creating, and there's something more promising than where you're currently at right now. Yeah, you're gonna really create, not only just, you've got the counterpart here, Empress and Emperor. You're going to be the one, the authority in your life. You're going to be the one that's going to control. And that's the thing too, is the Emperor has wisdom and control and authority. And in this situation here, you're going to be the one in control of the outcomes here, of how you're going to rebuild your next tower, how you're going to rebuild your life again. If you've lost so much, you're going to be the one in control of that. You get to call all the shots. But you have to first connect with your intuition, connect with your higher self. No matter what, no matter how hard it gets, do not give up. Keep going. Persevere. Because remember, your willpower, perseverance, and grit, all of that is going to lead towards your victory. Look at that. Look at that. Once you release yourself from these bindings, from this blindfold, and begin to see things differently and learn the lessons from all of the despair, right? And leave them behind. Recognize that these things happened for you, not against you. Look at what you've got in the end. Once you start seeing things differently, look, you've got the 10 of Pentacles, which is abundance, which is wealth, which is everything you could possibly want. I mean, wow. This is absolutely amazing for you. By the way, 5 of Pentacles is your card, Taurus. So just to let you know, you are showing up here in today's reading with the 5 of Pentacles. But definitely everything is working out in your favor. You just got a few hiccups here that you need to address. You have to understand that by you seeing things from a different perspective, that's going to relieve you of that mental anguish and hopefully alleviate that anxiety, fear, worry, that sadness, that depression, right? Kind of start to lift your spirits once you start to see things from a different perspective and understand that these things give you opportunities to rebuild your life. Absolutely, but just make sure you're connecting with your higher self. Strength. This is going to require so much strength, perseverance, right? Determination, and really seeing that you have more ways than one in how you handle challenges in your life. It's going to require that strength. Courage. Yeah, strength and courage. Definitely. Whatever you do, don't give up. Do not give up. Be courageous like the Emperor. And support. There are people around you who will support you and care for you. Recognize who they are, right? And remember that at some point, when you come out of this, it's not if you come out of it, when you come out of all of this heartache and despair, it's your turn to give support to others. That's just how it works. But definitely know that you have support around you if that's what you want. The law of attraction, absolutely. You have to believe in the law of attraction. Whatever it is that you send out, the energies that you focus on and send out, that's what you attract towards you. Understand that that is just the way it works with the universe. So send out the positive energy, begin to see things from a different perspective, learn the lessons that will make you a better person, and be the boss of your life so that you, and continue to fight so that you can end up with the abundance and the legacy that you desire for yourself. Okay, Taurus, thank you so much for being here. If no one's told you today, I love you. I will talk to you soon. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye.